So I'm going to talk a little bit about what it's going to look like when I do some channeling for anybody that's not seen it or isn't familiar with what I look like when I'm channeling. So sometimes I'll close my eyes when I want to get really deep. I always ask for permission to open the records, which I will tonight. And I know that you who are watching this are saying, well, I can't say something to her, or I am watching this and it's after the fact. And Jazz already mentioned, I'm going to set a specific intention that whoever this video of healing and channeling comes to, I'm setting the intention that if they want to see it or if they're going to be seeing it, that, as you said, that the healing will be as active as if they were here. So I will set that intention in the records. When I channel, it's not going to be my voice. You're going to hear what sounds like my voice, but it's that of the energies above us. Some people call it the record keepers. I believe it's a mixture of my guides, angelic realms, the Akashic records. So I believe when I'm channeling, a lot of different information is coming through. And sometimes they will show me something that I don't know quite how to verbalize, and they'll show a part of Candy's life, a little story, to help make the significance of what they're saying come down to earth, so to speak. So if I use my name, Candy, I'm not having a psychotic moment. It's just they've given me permission to share a little part of a story of my life for that significance, for the purpose of healing. So with that being said, is there anything else that we want to do for housekeeping purposes before we get into the channel?
I think it's already started, so.
We're there. I'm like getting like, woo.
Yeah, me too.
So, and when I get that creak in my neck, that's when I know it's starting. So, okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for permission to open everybody's records that's listening, anybody that will eventually tune in, and any soul that needs healing for right now and into the future. I'm going to ask permission to open your records, and I'm going to say a little prayer, and I'll be right back. Wow. Wow, beautiful. So the records are open, and Jazz, you were saying the energy is really awesome. It's really awesome. It almost feels like I'm looking at bright moonlight. Like I haven't seen the visual of the inside of the records quite like this. It actually looks like something shining onto the images that I see when I'm opening the records. I also saw different energies coming into the records, so that was really cool too. The first thing that I'm going to ask them is 2016 is almost completely complete, and that's kind of why we're having a little celebration as well this evening of getting through 2016. And so I'm going to ask a really specific question. And Jazz, please chime in if you have any questions that you want to ask intuitively. Just put them in there as well. But I'm going to ask for anything that is coming up right now that has blocks still around it, so that we can release those blocks this year, now, in this moment, so that we are free for 2017 to create whatever we want and we need and we desire in our lives and in the lives of the people that we share for 2017. So I'm going to see what messages they give us around the blocks. Oh gosh, they're doing that Pink Floyd song thing again. Do 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 do. Money. Oh Lord, thank you guys for being funny tonight. I kind of needed that. Um, so the first issue was a block around money for all of us that are listening tonight. And they said even if you found that some abundance came into your life, it's not the true level of abundance that you are intended to have. There's more. So they want to talk a little bit about money and the energy of money. And then at that point, I'm going to stop, and they want us to actually do clearings around each thing that comes up. And then we'll go to the next thing. They said that it's more succinct. They're being very precise about this, and I'm going to go with what they said. So they want to talk a little bit about money. Mm-hmm. Money is a piece of paper, right? So it's simply a piece of paper. And the value that we place on that piece of paper is very high. Money is energy. So if there's any incongruence in anybody's life regarding money or its flow, it has nothing to do with that piece of paper. It has to do literally with our soul's energy and with our issues regarding worthiness and self-worth around money. They're so precious. They're like, but not anymore. It doesn't have to be that way. So 2017, it's like they're showing me, I don't know if anybody out there ever watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but you know how Rudolph is standing on an iceberg, and then they kind of chisel and chip away at it, and then Rudolph gets to float down this, the river or the ocean or whatever Rudolph is in. They're showing me it's almost like that's what's happening in our lives. Like there was this very densely frozen pond or lake, and this year the energy of the ice is going to break apart so that the fluidity under it is going to start flowing. And I see that getting more and more rapid, almost like spring is coming for us energetically regarding money. They're doing one thing at a time. That's really cool. The abundance is coming, and here's the warning though. The abundance is coming if you let it. So I see a possibility of stop, start, almost like a traffic jam. It's like, oh, here we go, we're flowing, and then all of a sudden we stop. So what they want us to do, Jazz, is they want us to release the blocks around the lack of flow regarding money in 2016, and then they want us to bring in like this warm light, and by light I don't mean light like a feather, I mean light like a sunshine energy. They want us to bring that energy into 2016 to kind of melt any of the stuckness, the stickiness, the congestion that occurred in 2016. They want that energy to start flowing and flowing, and I see it literally moving down the river, like getting very quick and very quick. So we have that possibility to do that this year. They want us to know that if you do feel stuck in the future, even after this is all being cleared out, that just spend a little conscious energy around money and just think about what it means to you. And they want us to, this is interesting, they want us to look at our history around money. And by the history, they mean your family. So Jazz, that'll be a component. Do you want me to write that down, or are you good with that? Okay, so it's about family. Some, not all, but there are some people either in this energy field that had families that had some stuckness regarding money, and that passed into their lineage energetically. which is quite interesting. So we're going to be clearing that out, specifically past family issues. Growing up in a family that had a lot of lack and couldn't get their own money flowing has made an impression on some of us in this healing circle, and they really want that energy to start flowing. And what's interesting is they're asking that to be healed for this generation, the ones that this is resting on the ears of the people now. And as we do this work this evening, this will break the flow for the next generation. So while that next generation might have their own challenges, they won't have the challenges from the past lineage of the stuckness that the family had. So that's a very important loop that's happening. And I want to see if they're complete with this money component, because there's a lot of other things that we have to clear out this evening. I'm seeing kind of like a tree turning green as well. My dad used to say to me, Candace Ann, do you think there's a money growing on a tree in the backyard? So I'm literally seeing that as a symbol of abundance. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to get a symbolic plant or tree. Like I have a little money tree sitting over there, those woven branches. It wouldn't be a bad idea this year to actually have a little money tree in your finance corner in Feng Shui, or just in your home or by your desk. Specifically, if you do have a working area like a desk, they really would like to see a money tree. And it isn't like if you don't get a money tree, you're not going to have abundance. That's not the issue. The issue is anchoring that to the conscious mind. So when you look at that, knowing as that tree grows, so will your abundance grow. And as you nurture that tree and water that tree, you can set the intention. I am placing my intention of growth for my money tree and growth for my finances in my life today and moving forward every day. So it's just a little energy awareness exercise that they want us to practice and to take good care of that tree. Make sure it's in the right location. And if it's not, move it. It's just the same thing with money, right? So if your money's not growing in a particular area, move it. Or if you see that a leaf is brown, you know that there's something that's not good in your life, remove it. Don't hang on to things that are unneeded. They're starting to talk about clutter and congestion. I'm asking them if that's the next issue. And they said, no, that has a relationship to money as well. They want us to declutter our homes. And, oh gosh, they're going like this. So I'm one of the people, so I'm fessing up here. I'm one of the people, they just said, when it gets to a point where there's too much in a home, that there's not enough breathing room. Like if your closets are like this and you have to like wedge something in, or you go to put your silverware away and it's just so congested that you have to kind of shove everything into the drawers. They're just showing me that there is energetically some sort of connection, that the universe is basically saying there's no room for you. There's no room for growth. There's no room for abundance. So even as we do this work, we do have some personal responsibility about our homes and decluttering, getting rid of the unnecessary, the unneeded, and making room for newness and abundance. So that's a really significant thing that they're asking us to do. Anything else about money, guys? They're so cute. They're like, woo! They're all excited about what we said. So they're ready for the clearing around that. Jazz, if you would like to do.
You're good. And I've been centering in Reiki as you were talking. So
thank you.
Everybody who's listening, you're getting a double whammy here with the Akashic Record clearing and Reiki energy. So take a nice deep breath down to your belly. And just become very much aware of your breath. We're talking about flow here and the flow of energy. So think of energy also as your breath. Become aware. Are you allowing yourself to inhale fully? Are you allowing yourself to exhale fully? Sometimes we hold on either to the in-breath or to the out-breath. And so give yourself the gift of a nice, big, deep breath. And a nice, deep exhale. Feel your shoulders falling away from your ears. Now bring your awareness to your third eye, so that area behind your forehead. And imagine there that there's a gate or a door. And open this door or this gate. And imagine yourself stepping through. And as you step through, you're coming into a different dimension. And so look at your feet, see where you've landed. Imagine yourself now that you're walking toward that iceberg. Imagine yourself on that frozen lake. And take a good look around you. Listen to your own guides for just a moment as they explain to you the reason why your lake is frozen. It might not just be the temperature. It might be that the time was not right. It might be that you're holding on too much to the past. It might be that you weren't ready vibrationally. And now with your next breath, if you're ready, you might want to affirm that, yes, I am ready to flow in the river of life. And maybe you don't feel ready to flow 100%, but you might feel ready to flow 80%, 50%. Just let go a little bit. If you don't let go right away 100%, that is fine. That is fine. There's no judgment. It is your choice. You are creating your reality. Say, I am ready. And I'm calling in Goddess Hecate, who can help us at the crossroads, who can help us when we are going through changes in our life. And out of the cauldron of creation rose the goddess, who chose to experience herself as the maiden and the crone. And the river of life flows through her. And the river of life flows through her. And the river of life flows through you and me. And imagine yourself now. What would it feel like to let go and flow in this river of life? And it's absolutely fine if you feel a little bit nervous or jittery at first. You're going on an adventure. And the ego does not like adventures. So you can decide whether you want to take ego along with you, or if you want to throw ego overboard. You're in charge. And just float. This is your life that you're creating, flowing through the river of life. The river is abundant. And as you float down the river, just imagine that you are seeing a few images from your past life floating by. And some of this might be family beliefs, old vows, and just be curious at what these are and allow them to float away. You don't need to hold on to them any longer. You might have some old family impressions, things that your parents have said about money when you were 5 years old. See how that fits, how that sits with your soul. And just allow that to float away. Look into some of the clutter that might be in the river. And allow that to be transmuted. We ask for teams of angels. So many angel teachers are saying that there are unemployed angels. So let's employ them now. Let's hire these angels to come and clear your river of all the clutter, things that you don't need. There might be something in your home that comes to your mind right now. And ask yourself, do you love it? Or does it make you feel heavy? And if you don't use it, and if you don't love it, and if it makes you feel heavy, let it go. And we ask that all of this clearing and this decluttering is effective for you in this moment. That all vows and impressions and beliefs that are in your energetic DNA are cleared back to the generation of origin and are cleared through all the subsequent generations. And so it is. I ask you now to take in that third nice deep breath as you come back. And stretch your body.